I posted a few videos recently about sandblasting. I first sandblasted the complete customized frame that I fabricated for my 1939 Hudson hot rod bolt. And then I tackled the complete interior of the 1939 Hudson big boy cab. A lot of work that was. It felt like I would never get to the end of it. In the end, the 3 P's paid off. Patience, persistence, and perspiration. And there's been so many comments and questions about the media I use for blasting that I figured it would be a good thing to spend some time here in the staff restroom and talk about blasting media. So we talk about sandblasting, but that's actually quite a generic term, and it includes the use of many different types of blast media. We should really be saying grit blasting, soda blasting, slag blasting, and so on. The type of media we choose will depend on the application and the results we want. Many guys mentioned soda blasting, for instance. No good for my application where I want to remove some rather heavy rust. Soda is a soft abrasive that is used for cleaning, degreasing and removing paint from sensitive surfaces without creating an anchor profile, and that's something I want to ensure that the paint coatings will stick properly to the freshly blasted steel I have. Some guys talk of walnut shells. That's also a soft abrasive that falls in the same category as sodium bicarbonate or soda. Glass beads are similar. That is used for cleaning and polishing mostly aluminium and stainless steel, and it leaves a nice, smooth, bright satin finish. So for removing rust efficiently, we need something that's more aggressive. Now traditionally sand was used, and that's obviously where the name comes from. We have 2 options here. Number 1, regular sand, like building sand or desert sand or beach sand. Of course, it's easy to get, cheap, or even free if you harvest it yourself. But it comes with problems. Firstly, it can contain moisture and impurities that can lead to clogging of your equipment and all sorts of issues there. And also the particles vary widely in size and shape and hardness, which gives inconsistent results and surface finishes. We can look at silica sand, like the one commonly used for water filtration. That's graded to specific granular sizes, and it's pretty hard, so it's a much better option than regular sand. Look at this bag, for instance. That's used for water filtration. It's clean and dry, and it's been graded, so these particles are all about the same size. A negative of sand is that it's a single-use abrasive. Those particles break into fine dust on impact, and right there lies the big problem with using sand as a blasting media, because that fine dust contains silica, which is a severe health risk. You breathe that stuff for a while and it will cause silicosis, which is a nasty thing. It's a serious, irreversible lung disease that you don't want. And silica dust can even cause lung cancer. And that is the big reason why I will never use sand for sandblasting, and neither should you. Some countries have even banned its use. If you insist, make damn sure you have an air-fed, ventilated hood and all the relevant PPE. Now you guys that know me, yeah, you will know I never rant about PPE, and I'm the first oak the world without gloves, etc. But silicosis is not a laughing matter. Persistent coughing, shortness of breath, constant chest pains. No thank you. So let's look at better and safer options then. Aluminium oxide is great. It's a synthetic abrasive, very hard and durable, produces minimal rust and can be reused many times. But it's also quite expensive and not readily available in small quantities, so not an option for me. Another exotic is silicon carbide, which is even harder than aluminum oxide and even more expensive. Which brings us to the much more economical slag abrasive. And the two most common ones in this category is coal slag and copper slag. Coal slag is a byproduct of coal-fired power plants, and there are many of those around. It's crushed and graded to make a blasting abrasive, which is economical, pretty hard, and great for rust removal. And it also contains less than 1% of free silica, which means it's much safer than sand. Common trade names include black magic and black diamond. And then we get to the one I use, which is a copper slag abrasive. This is a byproduct of the copper smelting industry, which is also quite a common thing. It's better than coal slag in many ways. It's denser, resulting in a faster, more aggressive cutting action. It's slightly harder, meaning you can reuse it a few times. It does get finer and dustier with each reuse, which reduces the efficiency, but the finer one can still be used for a more delicate surface finish. So I always sweep it up and screen it, and I can use it again. And another thing, it produces less dust than coal slag, which improves visibility and obviously also the potential health issues. And talking of health issues, this specific product contains less than 0.15% silica. So it also beats coal slag in that aspect. So given all those benefits, for general purpose blasting of rust, copper slag is the winner for a small workshop, in my opinion. The trade name of the copper slag abrasive I use is Blastrite Platinum Grid. It comes in various grades. You can see this one is a B40. I buy it in these 25 kilogram bags for ease of transport because I can still lift one, barely. This is what the grid looks like. These particles are angular and sharp, so it cuts really well. And it's also particularly resistant to fracturing on impact, which makes it extremely reusable. I pay 75 South African rands for a bag. That is around $4.40 at the current exchange rate. If you are here in South Africa, I get mine from Arendorf's, which is the South African version of Harbor Freight. The stuff is available in 1.5 ton bags if you want to be a big time player, but that's not me. Blastrite is a South African company, but the internet tells me it's available in the States and Europe and down under. So it'd be interesting to know if you can find it there if you live there, and what the price is. Now of course you get many different types of blast media, but this is not a deep dive. I just wanted to warn the guys using sand that it's not a good thing. And of course I wanted to show you what I use. Okay, lekker. That's my story for today. I'll see you oaks next week.